Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. And today we're going to be looking at something that came out quite a bit ago but I never got my hands on, but something that I've wanted for ages. And because of the Black Friday sales, I finally decided to pick it up, and that is Orphic Plus by the 1914 and Louis Laval. And let me tell you, all the hype surrounding this product is well justified. Even though I'm late to the train, I know there's still people willing to buy this, interested in it, and willing to know what the changes are based on the other versions that exist. So I'll try and cover all of the bases in this review. So let's roll the intro and get straight into it. Perfect, so you decided to stick around, which means you want to learn more about Orphic Plus. So what is the Orphic Plus? The Orphic Plus is Louis Laval's kind of wallet that achieves multiple things. It achieves a peak, it achieves a switch, and it achieves also carrying a lot of your packet tricks or magic props that are card size. That's essentially what the Orphic is. Now, instead of performing something for you with this wallet, which really is just a peek and a simple switch, which I don't think is that interesting for you, I think I'm gonna more dissect what I carry in the wallet and give you an overview of the wallet before jumping into the rest of kind of the usual categories. So first of all, this is what the wallet looks like. It is a pretty good size. It is not big nor is it small. I do believe it is leather. I'm not sure if they've changed to vegan leather, but this is what it looks inside. These are the compartments. You got two compartments on the bottom. You got a clear transparent place here, which is, I think you know what that is for. And here you have some felt material, which apparently was placed into the new wallets because it makes them easier to open and close and easier to manipulate, from what I've heard, because apparently this was not the case in the previous versions of the wallet. There wasn't this felt place here, it was all leather. So we have that as well. And then in the front, you also have some compartments here to place a few tricks, and the compartment on top, which serves for your peak. So that is just a small overview of the wallet itself. Now, what do I carry in my wallet? One, I carry Will to Read by Steve Della. I've made a review of this in the past. You can check that out. So that is in the wallet. And because I'm using the Orphic, and there's this switch capability in the Orphic, I'm able to use the clean version, the inspectable version, without the need of a two-way envelope or a gimmicked envelope because of how the wallet works. So I've set that up for that. Then I also have Fraud by Peter Turner inside of the wallet. That is that's my credit card here, which is Fraud. And then I also have everything that I need for the Grail, the impromptu version, set up in the wallet for a super clean way to do it. I won't show you what that is or where it is as to not spoil the workings, but if you're interested in learning more about that, again, there's a review of that previously. That's something I'm going to say with a lot of the things inside of the wallet. Then inside here, I have an expired bus card, which just serves to kind of disguise the window. Then I also carry around in here Iris by Louis Laval, which is the way that I use the peak. So the way we're going to talk about optimizing peaks, but this is what I use for that. So Iris by Louis Laval is in the front pocket. Then I have the two cards here that help me for the Will to Read, that serve me the purpose of trying to find the thought of word. And then I also have the instruction card for Knock 'em Dead 2. So if you know what that is inside there as well. And everything here fits snug into the first wallet compartment and gives me easy access to what I need in order to do those effects. And then in the second pocket, which is the one in the back, I just carry around two things, a staple of mine that you've probably seen in all my videos, which is Fine Print by Jay Sankey, which is one of my favorite routines of all time. I have this in every single wallet. I have one in my phone case, I have one in the Orphic, I have one in the Maverick, I have one in the Hermes wallet, I have one in the Shadow wallet. I have a Fine Print by Jay Sankey in every single wallet. To me, it is one of the best tricks ever to do impromptu. I always say this, if ever you don't have a deck of cards, but as long as you have your wallet and a DFB on your phone, you are able to slay your audience. And then I also have Sequence by Rich Relish. Again, I'll say it again, but there is a review of this as well on the channel if you are so interested. So that is what I carry around in my Orphic, and as you can see, with all that material, it packs extremely flat and is good to go for all the routines that you need. So now that you've seen an overview of the wallet, let's get into where do you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get. So you can buy this from the 1914 or some other dealers as well. I know the stock is fluctuating as to the other dealers, but if you want a safe bet, the 1914 always have this in stock. It's going to set you back 75 US dollars, which is around 110 Canadian. And what you get with your purchase is of course the wallet. We've already done the overview, so we're going to skip on that. You also get this box, and inside of this box, you also get on the tin, on the lid, you get an instructional video with Louis Laval. As with all 1914 products, it's separated in different rubrics, categories, separate videos that you can click. There's performances on there, there's effects, and there's also all the different ways that you can kind of peek the information that you need or switch the information that you need. He gives you a ton of different variations, so you choose your own. And then at the end, there's also a section with Craig Petty that goes over some card effects and some card moves that you can achieve with this wallet. Now that we've covered all of the kind of introductory basis, let's get into now the peak. So into the kind of facilities of this, because I do want to talk just a bit about those before quickly running through the difficulty, the practicality, because those are going to be real quick sections. So first I want to talk about the peak and the switch. So the first thing that I always was told about this wallet is how devious the peak is and how devious the switch is. And I'll be honest, I own certain wallets that do what this does, but they do not do it to the degree of deception that this wallet does. The switch in this wallet is so convincing. It is almost incredible. You can literally just pick up the wallet from the table and tell your spectator, perfect. So you could have chosen anything, right? You placed your billet there, whatever. I've just switched everything. I've just switched everything that they've had in that small motion, right? Now I will go back and I won't redo the switch so you catch it on camera, but that is the switch. It is so incredibly deceptive and clean. It's done in an instant, in an offbeat while you're talking, and you can switch a bill, a billet, a card, anything that you want, you can switch without ever making it seem that you've switched anything. It is very good. And second of all, the peak. Now the peak is so good is because you can open this wallet, show it, and then when you close it and have you place the billet inside, no one is going to suspect that you can peek it in the way that you're peeking it. It is very deceptive, and what this has as an added advantage to other wallets is that it places the peak in the prime position to be peaked without having you to do anything else. For example, the Hermes wallet uses a similar peak principle, but in the Hermes wallet, you do have to move something or activate something or move the window. I don't want to say too much, but in this section, in this wallet, that's done for you. You don't have to do anything. You just do a small thing like this and you've peaked, right? And that's what's incredible. There's so many ways to peak. The favorite way that I do is the most simplest way. I don't think too much of it. Is just, okay, you've written down, place the name. Now I want you to think of this person. Think of what they're like. Do you know by chance their horoscope? You do? Perfect. Can you just take a look at this and tell me if you know their season they're born in, right? Can you just tell me if this matches, if this reading matches? Perfect. And I place this back and I've got my peak twice if I were to need it, right? Super motivated. Or if not, another one of my favorites, think of this, think of your drawing. For example, if you're not doing a horoscope, right? Think of your drawing. Okay, I think I got this. Let me just take a billet. You take another billet from your wallet, you've gotten the peak. But if not, there's even more deceptive ways of getting the peak. For example, there's one that uses the switch of the switch component of the wallet, which makes you essentially, just for me to set it up since we're not in routine, but you place the billet, you place it to the side, you may be able to talk to a second spectator or whatever, and you say, you know what, I want you to choose a tarot card. And as you spread your deck of tarot, you've just gotten the peak. Or there's another peak where you can just hold the wallet like this and you tell them you could have written anything you wanted, correct? And I've just gotten that peak in that moment. So there's very good peaks explained, and and kind of thought out with this wallet that are going to suit everyone. But for me, with everything that I do, it's always simplicity. I will always go for the just let me take a billet, or just let me take the horoscope card and give it to you. A motivation to just open casually and give it, and that is it. That's my favorite way, but you can find your own. All of those are explained. Similarly for the switch, my favorite way is the classic one that you would do with any Himber wallet. Just you take it, and as you're talking, you just flip your hand over and you place it back on the table while you're gesturing, right? I'm someone that gestures a lot. So for me, just taking something, placing it here and saying, yeah, you could have done that, correct? And placing it back is the perfect way. He gives you even more subtle ways, but all of that is explained in the tutorial. So that is kind of an overview of the main functionalities. Now let's get into the difficulty. Is this wallet difficult to use? And the answer is no. It's very easy to use in terms of the peak. Similarly, really easy to use in terms of the switch. For the card to wallet, it is, I do believe they have remade it a bit as to make it even easier than it was before. But I'll be honest with you, I'm intending to use this purely for a mentalism presentation. I will not use the card to wallet functionality with this. So to me, that doesn't really matter, but I do think it is made easier than what it is before. So there is nothing really complicated here. Craig Petty even teaches you a no palm card to wallet version, which is great. So if ever you want, you can do that as well. So overall, the use of this prop is really easy. It all depends. With a lot of mentalism products, the usage of it is very easy. You just have to do a good presentation, and that's the same thing here. In terms of practicality, is the Orphic wallet practical? And the answer is yes. All you do is you place this in your wallet or in your pocket, in your top pocket or in your jean pocket or in your jacket pocket, and you're good to go. So in terms of practicality, very easy to carry around as an everyday wallet as well. But that to me is not going to be my everyday wallet, because I do want to use this more for performance environments when I'm in the mood, whether instead of just using this for casual kind of impromptu performances, this is more something that I'm going to use at gigs rather than an everyday wallet. For an everyday wallet, I do have the Quiver card to wallet, which is still holding strong after like 3 years. It's still my everyday wallet, and I use it all the time, literally every day. So this isn't going to be my everyday wallet, but it could be yours if you so wish. I do think it's going to hold the test of time. So practicality wise is very good. In terms of angles, the switch and the peak can both be done almost 180 or 360, depending on the angles and the things that you decide to use, the peaks that you decide to use, the kind of the performance environment you perform in. You can make it 180, 360 without a problem. There's no reset or kind of need of a table for this at all, so we won't bother getting into that. Moving on now to where would you perform the Orphic. The Orphic is something you perform close up, casual, or even parlor, but you can use this as kind of a pre-show tool. So if you want to switch something in pre-show, so if you want to have someone to put a bill, then you just place the wallet there and you tell them, can you also think of this, whatever, okay? And you know what? Can you let's place your bill inside of this envelope or seal it up and place that in your wallet for later. And you've just done a switch in pre-show for later on in the show. So you can do that with this as well. You can use it as a pre-show tool for your larger cabaret or stage shows. But overall, this is something for casual table hopping, restaurant work, cocktails, etc. It's going to work perfectly. So having said all of this, what are the positives and negatives of the Orphic? So in terms of the negatives, there's only one possible one that I could give, and that is because I've not owned this for super long, I cannot give you a test of time kind of coordinate if this is going to last an extremely long time if you use it as an everyday wallet because of the felt material. I do know some people that are more interested in wallets and more passionate about wallets and wallet making and wallet design, and some people have raised the concern that maybe this felt interior that they've now put in these newer versions will not hold as much or as long as the other version with all leather would. So that is something that I can't really tell you, but it could be something that you need to consider before your purchase, but that is fully up to you. I think for the way that I'm going to use this at gigs only, it's going to last me an incredibly long time. But if you work this as your everyday wallet and you carry this in your pocket, then I don't know if it's going to last as much as some other products out there. I'm not sure. So what are the positives now? The positives are, one, the wallet is very well designed, the instructions are good, the peak is incredible, the switch is incredible, it's a very stylish wallet, it looks nice, it packs flat, it carries quite a hefty amount of tricks as well for you, it's very deceptive, and it's very well produced, as with anything from the 1914. Having wrapped up everything, what am I giving this out of 10, and would I recommend the Orphic? Would I recommend the Orphic? I think that if you're a mentalist and you're looking for a wallet that is going to store a few tricks, a few mentalism tricks, and is also going to be incredibly deceptive for switches and peaks, this is the best wallet that I own. So I own the Quiver wallet, I own the Shadow wallet, I own the other one that D. Christopher put out with Penguin. I forgot the name, so pardon me, but I own that as well. And the Hermes wallet, and now the Orphic. And the Orphic, to me, is the best out of all the four. It is the one that I will be using professionally from now on. And I think that's the biggest commendation I can tell you about would I recommend this or not. I think that if you're a mentalist, buy this. You are not going to regret it. The tutorials as well and the routines are great. So you're going to get even more added knowledge with Lewis from that. What do I give it out of 10? I'm giving the Orphic Plus a 9.75 on 10. It is near perfect. It is my favorite wallet, and I'm going to be using this a lot. That's all I have to say about it. As always, if you have any comments, leave them down below. Questions as well, leave them down below. I do my best to answer all of them. If not, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next review. Have a great one.